So after 2 years in the bunker mode trying to survive a viral pandemic, every new movie that isn't part of some unbreakable meta franchise that was able to continue keeping us company via streaming has felt like a return of an old friend, or at least, someone you'd forgotten to check in and make sure was still alive. So it's worth remembering that Ambulance is actually Michael Bay's first theatrical movie since Transformers: The Last Knight in 2017. That was 5 years ago. In between that, the Jackson Pollock of Orange Gasoline Pyro stepped aside to let that franchise hit the reboot button with Bumblebee, and tried an early swing at the big-time players making Netflix movies game with Six Underground, which was fine, but it would appear he came to the same conclusion as everyone else. Whatever you think of his sensibilities, they belong on the biggest screens and loudest speakers. So now he's back with Ambulance, and apparently $40 million quickie. $40 million? God damn, that's some efficiency, Mike, that he and his crew have managed to bring in looking like a $100 million blowout. That is really impressive shit. With this much LA location shooting and big action business, nominally it's a remake of a 2005 Danish film of the same name that might not be the best Michael Bay movie, though Contender maybe could very well be the most Michael Bay movie. A not too long, but also not over too soon combination car chase heist shoot-'em-up thriller that's made of macho heroes, psycho bad guys, gorgeous heroines, cars going fast, crashes coming hard, helicopters diving, bullets flying, blood, glass, sparks exploding, high contrast, heavy saturation cinematography where even the cars seem like they're sweating half the time, and drone-assisted visual geography that looks like if the concept of Los Angeles had its own OnlyFans page. I don't know if it's art, but it's the kind of action movie where going in there's going to be a huge sequence in the LA River, but you're still excited when it gets there, you know what I mean? And damned if it wasn't halfway over before I realized I was basically watching the best action movie of 2005 that they somehow forgot to make until right the hell now. Setup: Jake Gyllenhaal and Yahya Abdul-Marteen II are brothers by adoption, raised by a once famous, now deceased bank robber who've gone the angels with dirty faces, one good, one not so good route. As adults who reunite as Abdul-Marteen, the good one who became a soldier, seeks out Gyllenhaal's still rich from doing crimes bad one who's now broke with a newborn baby and a wife who'll die if she doesn't receive experimental surgery, being denied by their insurance. Bad bro Gyllenhaal can't lend good bro the cash because he's gone into debt, setting up a super elaborate, heavily armed bank heist in downtown LA that's gonna put him over the top for good, but hey, they could use a wheelman, and bro happens to be the best driver there is, etc., etc. The plan goes sideways, you knew that. Specifically, they end up having to make their getaway in a hijacked ambulance, which happens to contain a grievously wounded LAPD cop being tended to Eiza Gonzalez as LA's best, but also most hard-bitten and emotionally unavailable because reasons EMT, and there's your movie. Yeah, anti-heroes figure they can make their escape and wing what to do next on the road because the rapidly escalating police, FBI, and bank security task forces coalescing around them won't risk direct assault with a medically at-risk officer in the vehicle, but they and Gonzalez have to keep his ass alive through increasingly dire complications. Things get worse, tensions emerge, more factions enter the scenario. Good stuff. This is how you make a movie like this, and it's wall-to-wall showcase for all the non-CGI and pyrotechnic skills that too many action fans, myself sometimes included, managed to forget that Bay genuinely possessed during his overlong, ill-advised stint on Cybertron. It's an inventive premise with tons of room for gags, stunts, dramatic tension with lots of colorful characters in constantly changing locations, plus tons of opportunity for Gyllenhaal to revel in wilding out psycho mode and Abdul-Marteen to show his heroic straight man side. Gonzalez, who you've probably seen do more colorful supporting roles elsewhere, I think, gives good serious one face as the person here tasked with hitting the exposition and making the medical absurdity seem plausible, but she gets in on the action stuff too and it worked. And of course the medical stuff isn't plausible, but that's the fun of these ridiculous over-the-top action features. Big nonsense with fun characters and a one-off package, and it really comes together efficiently and does exactly what it needs to. I mean, look, there's actually a lot of theatrical options again for the first time in forever, and this is not the masterpiece that Everything Everywhere All at Once is, but it's a genuine wings and beer party movie and a damn sight more worth your time than Sonic the Hedgehog or that fucking Harry Potter prequel. For what it is, call this an 8 out of 10. I had a total fucking blast with it.